What's up, guys? It's Ruka here, and Michael is here with me today.
Hello. Oh,
And this is a another very rare off-camera stream for us, just because, well, I'm feeling lazy today and didn't really feel like wanting to come on camera. But yeah, I'll definitely have something on here to just like as a visual, but like regardless, this is mainly gonna be podcasts, so you can listen to this, you can watch whatever I end up putting up on here. But yeah, we've got quite a bit of news to discuss about. There has been some news that has come out since our last discussion video, and some stuff that we weren't able to bring up in our last discussion when it was the three of us with us and Steve. So first up on the docket is I didn't get to update you guys on Dreamcatcher when we last did our like group discussion video, but Dreamcatcher is there's a lot happening with Dreamcatcher now. So recently it was announced that three of the members, Handong, Gahyun, and Dami, decided not to renew their contracts with Dreamcatcher Company. Now, this doesn't mean that Dreamcatcher have disbanded. Four of the members are still under Dreamcatcher Company, and in fact, three of them are releasing a mini album as a subunit. Jiu, Sua, and Yuhyun are forming a trio subunit, You Are You, or You Are You. It's a little pun on their names, which is super cute. And so that mini album is coming out very soon, and I'm very excited to see what it's gonna be like because it sounds a lot different from Dreamcatcher's regular stuff. It's definitely more in like sort of that sort of jazzy vibe. It's definitely going for a more like mature concept, which I love to see, and I'm so excited for what we will get to that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is changing for Dreamcatcher. Obviously, them being one of my two alt groups, two of my favorite K-pop groups, like ultimately I'm happy for the girls and the fact that like, the ones that left, they're still in touch and keeping contact with the other members while pursuing their own things. Like Handong recently released a solo single. I know that Gahyun is planning on pursuing acting, so we may get to see her do some acting gigs in the future, which I think will be very cool. And there was also some speculation that a new band that was going to be debuting under Dreamcatcher slash Happy Face Company was going to be Xian's band, but that was quickly debunked. She was like, "No, that's not my band. It's a boy band basically. It's a boy all male rock band." Still, regardless, that is cool to hear. I feel like Happy Face Dreamcatcher Company, they've mainly been focused on Dreamcatcher, so like they didn't really have a lot of like other artists under them. So it's kind of cool to see them like kind of venturing outside of just like K-pop, doing like a rock band. So that'll be cool to see how that progresses. But yeah, all in all, I'm just excited to see what this next chapter of Dreamcatcher is gonna be like with the members kind of all just doing their own thing now. We're gonna get some subunit stuff. We might get some solo stuff in the future. I can totally imagine Shion doing some more solo stuff in the near future. And then whenever we do get like an OT7 reunion, I feel like that's gonna be huge. So I'm really, really excited for that.
I mean, I guess it's natural for like idols to want to go their separate ways after being together for a while. But I am curious to see where this goes from here, even though I don't really follow Dreamcatcher that much, unlike everyone else.
Hmm.
But yeah,
And it's also true that like especially in K-pop, the landscape of groups have been changing because like there are a lot of like older groups now with older members that aren't like
hmm,
disbanding after a certain point because that used to happen all the time from what I remember of just like once groups got to a certain point in their career it's like they'd just disband or members would start leaving, but like that's starting to happen less and less with like Dreamcatcher, for example. Technically, if you count them being active as minks, those girls have been active for 10 years now. So these girls have been in the business for a while and they're still like very passionate about doing what they do together. So, but yeah, I definitely agree that it's definitely like I am very excited to see like especially with certain members going solo or trying out different career paths. Like I said, I'm excited to see what Gahyun does as an actress. I think that's going to be really cool to see. So yeah. Okay, next up the next big news thing that's going on is ARTMS are having their next comeback. They just finished their tour and their Lunar Theory tour, and now we are gearing up for their next mini album that's coming out, Club Icarus, and we have gotten some very interesting teasers to this. It's very much bringing me back to speaking of Dreamcatcher, when they had their OOTD comeback, how it was kind of treated like an ARG, I feel like this is kind of going in a similar direction because they created a whole separate Instagram account for Club Icarus that teased some of the teaser photos before they officially came out and also had little audio teasers of the girls reading these lines, which are super cool. Also, we're definitely once again leaning into sort of the darker vibe. The club setting is one thing, but that one teaser photo of Heejin where her eyes were blacked out was insanely creepy. That is probably the scariest teaser photo we've ever gotten from any of the Luna girls ever. So yeah, very interested to see how this is going to turn out and how the ARG element of this is going to progress because there's also a Club Icarus website and apparently today, just today, they have started sending out, I assume are starting to send out batches of emails to people who like logged into the website, like putting in their name and their email address, and it sends them an email with a link to a Google form, which like you can enter stuff in, and it'll give you presumably a free object for the Cosmo app, free photo card. Of course, they love doing those. Um, but yeah, I'm excited just again when comparing it to OOTD where it had like all these hidden links and puzzles and like even little Easter eggs like people going to certain shops and stuff like that, like basically piecing together this whole storyline within within the comeback or like the build up to the comeback. So I'm curious to see what this is gonna be like for Club Icarus and how Artemis is gonna play into this. Like what's gonna happen with this and how is this gonna build on the previous stuff that we've gotten from like with their last comeback last year. I'm super duper excited for this. We just had another batch of teaser photos come out today, so I'm thinking that tomorrow we're either gonna get our first look at the music video for whatever the title track is gonna be, or the track list. Because since we don't know what the title track is gonna be yet, I feel like we'll probably get the track list first, if not the music video. That's what I'm assuming is gonna happen based on the other eras or comebacks that we've had with Artemis specifically and how they've like built up their teasers leading up to the release. All right. Anyways, move on to something you can actually talk about because this
Yeah.
just happened yesterday. Sakurazaka 46. We have the senbatsu lineup that was announced on Sokosaku for their next single, their 12th single, right?
Yes.
Yeah, their 12th single, Make or Break. We got the Senbatsu lineup for that. So, Matono Mio as the center for this single.
Well, I have been saying I've wanted the third gen center that wasn't Yamashita Shizuki.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm happy because I feel like out of all of the regular senbatsu members in third gen, Mio was most likely to have been center, and my guess was correct. To be fair, to be honest,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not gonna get into this stuff about backs and stuff like that because a lot of news outlets have reported on it, and she confirmed it herself on her MOBA med. But Ishimori Rika will once again be back center. Um, after getting dropped from Senbatsu after being a Senbatsu member in 11th single. I don't know what this song is gonna be like. Obviously, it hasn't been released yet. The song will be released for streaming on Friday,
Hmm.
or is it Saturday? The 30th. It's gonna get released for streaming midnight the 30th. So yeah, Saturday.
The 30th is
It's a
Friday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the 30th is Friday.
Oh, okay. I'm working on a Saturday. God damn it. Anyway, yeah.
I will say the concept photo that you sent for me of like the teaser with the light up outfits is super duper pretty.
I only I noticed this earlier when I was looking at it while taking a walk. Mio's outfit has the like the light up bit like on her chest area is an S.
Oh, wait, you're right. That's so cool.
I didn't notice that until earlier.
That's really cool.
It's funny how like all of the girls who have their hair down have styled it straight as well. I have it styled straight
Hmm.
as well. I couldn't tell Shizuki from Hikaru for a good while because it got posted at 2 a.m. in the morning for me, so I was tired as all hell.
Uh-huh.
So, but yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to hear the song. The Sinbad's is pretty much the same from last single, obviously with the exception of Nakashima being back in Senbatsu.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but a lot of people are kind of upset at the fact that Rika is centering backs again after doing so during Jigoji Toku, which I can understand because there are a lot of members who kind of deserve it that haven't had the love and attention yet, I guess.
Mm.
I just want it to be like one more third gen MV before fourth gen join because there's one member who has in third gen who hasn't centered yet, and I kind of want her to center something
Oh,
like which is Oda Kurarena, by the way.
Arena, right.
Yeah, but yeah, it would be nice.
Mm.
Though I think with this single, Yonki will fourth gen will get a song whether it has an MV. I like third gens did with Natsuno Chikamichi,
Right.
which was their very first MV. I don't know, and I kind of want them once fourth gen join like the Senbatsu backs system, is for them to expand Senbatsu just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because it, most of the Senbatsu members are purely locked in at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd say 9 out of 14 are sure locks, but I don't know how Seed and Flower, you know, does Senbatsu and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Nogi and Hinata Zaka at this point. Like, I, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so front two rows, front eight members definitely lock in because they're the most popular, obviously. Then Matsuda's captain. I would be surprised if they dropped it to backs.
Right.
I don't know at this point because out of out of the 14 members of this single Senbatsu, only 3 have been backs members before. I was just like, at this point, who are you gonna drop that hasn't been backs before? Like, I don't know. It, I definitely don't see them, as I said, dropping Matsuda because I think for as long as I remember, like captains have always been in Senbatsu. I guess except for Takashi Mikuni of Hinata. Uh, I don't know. I don't really follow Hinata's up at this point.
Me neither.
But really, like I don't know at this point. Like I don't see them dropping Taniguchi or Ozono either.
Mm-mm.
Because both of them have been in Senbatsu for a long while.
Yeah.
Her and Yamashita, out of the 4 members who were originally in Senbatsu since Sankey were able to participate in Senbatsu, which was Shonen Yokyu. Only, yeah, only her and Shichan have been there since. So obviously, Mirai Yuchan was back center for I Want More to Come. And obviously, Yuzuki was back center for Udagawa. So, I don't know.
Well, we shall see. And yeah, like we said earlier, I'm definitely excited for this, especially with just like with the structure of the front row in particular, with of course Matono Mio in the center, but also Tenchan and Hono flanking her. I feel like it's gonna be very interesting. I'm very excited to see like what kind of style we're gonna go for, because I did go back and look at the other songs that Mio has centered before, like Don't Cut in Line was very cool, kind of jazzy, and then Nightmare Shokogun was such a dark and
Something
cool
else. It was,
concept.
it was
So
something else.
that was something else. So yeah, very, very intrigued to see what they will do for Make or Break. So yeah,
I
we
think,
shall see.
um, yeah, I was gonna say, going on from what you said about the front row, it kind of makes sense that they'd have, like, because obviously Mio hasn't, this is Mio's first A-side center, obviously.
Mm.
Having 2 members that have centered before, and seniors at that, it kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of reassuring that she does have that support.
Yeah.
Not just Honosu and Ten, but like that whole second row as well.
Yeah.
Like majority of them. Oh,
Yeah, the majority of them have also like
mm.
centered for an A side. Has you centered for B sides?
As I said, she was back center for 10th single Boko wa Boko wa Suki ni Narenai,
Ah, that's right.
and Jukyusai no Galette, I think was the other one. I just can't remember the title.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But yeah, well, I think like even though View hasn't centered an A side before, like I think she does because obviously being Mia's gen mate, I think she provides a lot of support that I don't think the second gens could.
Mhm, mhm.
Like I think because it was similar in I Want More to Come in the fact that Mio had her first front row as well. And
Oh
even though
yeah.
she didn't center an A side at that point, I feel like she and Shi-chan kind of
Their
as
synergy was really good.
yeah. Scudder was just there just to complete the front row.
Mhm.
But I did have a theory before I wasn't there for the Sambatsu announcement live, but like I since I Want More to Come was a Shizuki center, I had a feeling that they wanted to push Mio to center an A side at some point, and they wanted Hikaru to center at some point before Mio, which did happen with Udagawa Generation, obviously.
So it was kind of like they were
I think,
testing the waters to see like
yeah, I think it was a matter of time, like a matter of when, not if
uh-huh.
Mio would center, because her popularity has skyrocketed, and as you said, like the I feel like the range of her songs, like her center song, her two center songs, re- really was a testament of how versatile of a performer she is.
Mhm, mhm.
And I feel like they wanted her to get a music video center in Nightmare Shokugun before before like before the A side essentially, because
That
Down
makes
Cut Line
sense.
obviously didn't have a music video because it was a unit song.
Mhm.
So yeah, and same with Yuzuki. Yuzuki didn't center a music video up until Utagawa Generation either. So I feel like they wanted to do that before fourth gen came
Mhm.
in as well.
Yeah, that makes
Just give me
sense.
a Reina center and be.
Hopefully,
It's like
hopefully.
she's the only one of third gen not to get a center song yet. I just want her to get a center song. God damn it.
Mm.
Anyway, that's my small rant over.
All right, no problem. Well, last little, just a quick update before we officially like wrap up the video. I am still working on the next part of the Idolmaster playthrough series. I know it's been a while at this one, but I've had like a million things going on, and so like just focusing on a bunch of things that are going on, and plus this one is like a pretty big story event, so yeah, I will, if not this week, I will try to get it out next week. But yeah, that's just a quick update on that. That'll wrap it up for this video. So if you enjoyed this discussion, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, feel free to share your thoughts on anything we discussed today, and subscribe for more content. So until next time, bye bye!